don't care if my phone is as dry as the Sahara Desert. I will not be entertaining no situationships in 2025.
Are entitled, spoiled babies. It's disgusting. You, a man, asked me what I'm bringing to the table? What kind of foolishness is
me? But it's so nice to finally be in my feminine energy.
A guy decides way before they meet a girl.
If I will keep living in this city, I will never find somebody. Might as well invest in a cat like right now.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
You know what's not normal that I just realized is not normal? That men feel entitled to if they give you gifts or if they pay for dinner. And first of all, that's crazy and weird, and I would rather not take your gifts if you are feeling entitled to, or anything for that matter that is not consensual. And also, sir, a gift? It's not for me. No, I'm not a gift giver. I am a gift giver, but like, that's not my primary love language. Like, my primary love language is words of affirmation. So like, unfortunately, I am very prone to love bombing. Like, tell me I'm the greatest, because I am, because I'm an actress. And because I'm an actress, you can very well, easily love bomb the heck out of me. I will fall for it every time. But the point is here that men think that with a gift, every time they give a gift, I have always had this paranoia that there is an agenda behind a gift, that I have to pay them back or something. Is that a trauma? Probably, because when I was even younger, there was a guy that was like, you know, you need to kiss me because I gave you all these gifts. And I was like, sir, I didn't ask you. Did I ask for these? No. So the point of the story is, look, I don't want any gifts unless if I am in a commitment.
All right, I gotta stop it right there. Sorry, y'all to cut it off, but you told the man no. Like, I don't know if it was a couple of dates, maybe 3 or 4 dates, but there's some men, and I understand why they feel that way, that feel after 3 dates, a woman should be giving up the goodies, right? And why is that? To know if she likes him. Men feel like this. If you're not showing me you like me, it makes no sense. A man shouldn't expect for you to give it up after 1 day. I see guys that do that all the time on social media. That's a little weird. I think it's off. But still, if you're with a man, he's taking you on a couple of dates, a man's going to expect something. I mean, are you really into the guy? Really? What are we doing here? It sounds like she's a little girl, but men are looking for grown women.
If I am in a committed relationship and I know for a fact that my partner does not have crazy agendas behind it, because I've been traumatized and I just want to know if anybody else has had this feeling before. And do you give gifts with agendas? Obviously not at Christmas. I'm not talking about Christmas. Christmas doesn't really have agendas, but I'm talking about like actual gifts that are like not birthday gifts, that are just like out of the blue. You're like, is that an agenda? Is that an agenda? Okay, anyway, so have a good day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, which is more of just a paranoia talk because men have traumatized me. So have a good day.
men are entitled, y'all. They are entitled, spoiled babies. It's disgusting. Right? They think they're the prize. We're both the prize. I'm bringing something to the table. You're bringing something to the table. Speaking of tables, I had a man ask me some years ago, not within the last, it was like maybe almost 10 years ago. What do you bring to the table? You, a man, asked me what I'm bringing to the table? What kind of foolishness is that? What are you bringing to the table, sir? Aren't you supposed to be the provider, the protector? But you're asking me that.
No, men want to make sure a lady is bringing something. And if money is all you have, men don't want you. Because a lot of times, I'm bringing money to the table. Or her, as she says, you're supposed to bring something. So what are men doing? When women think that way, men are not dealing. And she won't tell the truth. Now, I noticed something. you're rather old, and she's not talking from a married standpoint, right? She looks about 50, 60 years old. I'm sorry if you're not that old, but you look old. And you're still not talking as a married woman, right? And there's a reason behind that. Why? Because you're not a giver. Not as far as gifts, but a giver in things you do. That's what I'm looking for. And not just things you do. Give back love. Reciprocation. Reciprocation is a situation, and if you're not doing that, you get no relations.
Can we take a second to talk about dating in Amsterdam? I don't know if it's a big city issue or an Amsterdam actual issue, but dating in this city is not for the weak. Why are so many beautiful women, smart, whatever you want, struggling to find a partner in this city? I don't get it. And this whole thing with being exclusive, but not really in a relationship, not ready to commit, but always ready to hook up. What the And the dating apps are full of weirdos. Nobody takes anybody seriously. Like, it's so bad. How do people meet each other? How do people get into a healthy relationship in this city? I just don't understand.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
By the looks of it, if I will keep living in this city, I will never find somebody. I will die alone. Might as well invest in a cat like right now.
Cats! You know, I love them.
Yes, invest in a cat because you have a lot of competition. What's famous in Amsterdam? Prostitution. I can't say the people, prostitution. So you have a lot of competition. Is that a good thing? No, it's not. But listen, I get what you're saying. A lot of women feel the same way. That's the reason why everyone is lonely. They're getting ignored. And dating from here on out is impossible for most women. Why is it? Because of the way you see things, the way you view a relationship is transactional. You're in Amsterdam, and I'm sure you still feel that way. How do I know? Most women are saying it.
You begged?
Yes.
In a relationship. And what did that entail? Like, what did you beg for?
I begged for love. I begged for attention. I begged for touch.
Wow.
I begged for communication. I begged to make it work. I gave up any of my desires to try to make this person happy and make him love me. And I was willing to do anything to get the love from this person. And looking back, it's pitiful. Oh my God, I could cry. I could cry because I love them so much, and I begged and begged. And now when I think back, like, you don't have to beg. You don't have to beg.
It's crazy.
It comes. And when it does come, it's like, oh my God, it's here.
Don't ever beg for connection. Don't ever beg for love.
That's the worst thing. They used the guy at the end of that. Was he with them? I don't know. Somebody correct me if he was. I don't think he was. But listen, the reason why I spoke about the guy, because we already know why most ladies do what they do, right? They do it for men that don't want them or that doesn't want them for the long haul, right? It's easy. I don't think you should beg for anyone, but you should get with a man that feels the same way about you. I'm getting tired of seeing ladies get on this app on TikTok and they say the same thing, talking about begging for the bare minimum. Now, if you're begging for the bare minimum with a guy that doesn't want to show you anything, any kind of minimums, any maximums, nothing in between, because really, you have to meet in between. You have to show, and the man has to show. And the thing is, nowadays, men are requesting it, but it seems like you were willing to give it, but for the wrong guy. And whose fault is that? Yours. So don't blame all men.
I have to get this off my chest. I have to say it. I love being married. Every woman deserves to have the husband of her dreams. Yeah, I said it. I know some of you guys are going to come for me in the comments and be like, oh my God, I don't care because I'm spoiled and happy and my husband loves me, so I don't care. And don't get me wrong. I spoil my husband as much as he spoils me, but it's so nice to finally be in my feminine energy. And
wait. You gotta slow it down. The only reason I stopped it, guys, sorry to cut it off. You can't speed past that part. Like you didn't just say that, because that's what you're doing. And I think it needs to be slowed down, right? Because ladies need to hear that. Seriously, I should do a TikTok account when women give gems and don't realize they're giving gems, because all the ladies are hearing is her being spoiled. She said it. She spoils her husband, and her man is qualified, probably makes the income to spoil her. I don't know if she's a stay-at-home mom. I don't know, but all right, I'll let her talk now. Let's play it.
And to have my husband being his masculine. Like, it is so nice I can be having a bad day and he can sense that and he'll be like, I'll be right back. And he comes home with flowers and treats.
Homer Simpson.
And I used to ask men for the bare minimum. I used to ask a man after being with him for 8 years if he still loved me. And you know what he would do? He'd be like, I think so. Girl, what? And I still sat with that. But now my husband, I don't have a single question about it. You could not pay me to go back to the streets again. You could not pay me to be a city girl again. Granted, I do love to be cute and all that, but in 2025, ladies, we are not accepting the bare minimum. I was with someone and it's okay. I'm not mad. Remember, like, crying and just asking for the bare minimum for years. And don't get me wrong, I was young, so I was not an angel either. I wasn't an angel either. But when you find someone that just makes you feel safe and loved and confident, all hands off deck. I am not near my husband at all. I'm traveling back home. We live in the Midwest, but I'm from the East Coast. And he could tell I was sad last night. And I am an attached girly, but I miss my family too. He was like, go get some coffee. Huh? It's the little things. It's the little things. A lot of us as women, we just want little things. We want to know we're loved. We want to feel confident in our relationship. Sometimes we need reassurance. And I guarantee you, once you find your partner, your forever partner, go get some coffee. That makes you feel that way.
Did she just say I was feeling away, or he said go get some coffee? I missed the point. Like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm feeling a certain way. He said,
go get some coffee.
Go get some coffee. Like, what? What? Like, did anyone else hear that? Did she make a point there? I'm confused. I was feeling away and he said, go get some coffee. Okay.
You're going to never want to go back to the streets again. I never thought I'd be someone that likes to cook and clean.
Okay.
I am cooking and cleaning for this man willingly. So ladies, find your partner, date with intention, be straightforward, and as soon as they give you some weird energy, next. Okay? Being married is great. I can't believe I just said that. Goodbye.
No, she's a liar. She's a liar. Why do I say she's a liar? She definitely did a lot of reciprocation. It wasn't that she settled for the bare minimum. She got lucky in the man she found. But you know what she showed? She showed, I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. Or he would have never married her, right? While they were dating, I'm sure she was cooking, cleaning, coming over, cleaning up his house. She didn't say anything she did to get him, did she? This is not that video. Maybe I need to watch more videos of hers, but still, I don't hear about anything that the ladies need to do to get that man, how is this helping? All I heard was don't accept the bare minimum. That's not going to help them find this man. It doesn't. How is this helping women at all? He said, I'm feeling a certain way, and he said, go get coffee. And I'm like, okay, that's the whole point of what you just said. Don't accept the bare minimum. And he said, go get coffee. Like, it sounds like he's a simp to me. I don't know. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me.
I'm single, 33, living
over 27
in California, and 2025 is the year that I'm finding my husband. This is how you are going to meet your man organically. You're going to take work and you have to treat it like a job. Stop looking disheveled, and you're going to dress your best. Glam up when you leave the house. You are going to go to places where your husband is hanging out. Go have lunch at the golf club. Go to the restaurant, sit at the bar by yourself. Go to church. Go to a 5-star hotel lobby. Look up conferences where high-value men attend. If you continue sitting at home, you're never going to meet your husband. Video on what outfits to wear is coming up.
That is a good plan. I'm not gonna lie. It's what everyone is doing though. Every lady is doing it, but I guess she's right. It will work. Yeah, I gave her some props, right?
So I approached a guy at the gym and asked him for help, and it was like a good news, bad news type of situation. Mostly bad news, but I'm gonna give you the tea. So I was like moving something across the gym, and I was like huffing and puffing when I was done, and we ended up making eye contact, and then we just started like a conversation, and he was like, oh, if you ever need any help with anything, like let me know. And I'm like, okay, bet. Like I'm taking that as you're like offering me help. I'm gonna ask you for help. So fast forward a couple minutes later, I finished my hip thrust. I'm literally dying, and I was like, I'm gonna go ask him for help just to bring the barbell up from like the ground up into the rack, so I don't have to do it, and then I can unrack my weight. Hi, can I get 2 shots of espresso over ice in a venti cup? And then do you guys have the vanilla protein shake, the cow one? I can never say it. $8.57 for Starbucks is such a ripoff. But anyways, so he helps me with that, and then he like, is like, okay, have a good workout, whatever. So we end up walking downstairs at the same time. We have like a 10-minute conversation at the bottom of the stairs. We end up exchanging numbers. I'm like, bet, that's so cool. I had a feeling, like, I was like, I don't think that this is going to go anywhere, but like, at least I put myself out there. So we were texting for a little bit, and then finally he goes like, what's your situation? And to me, that's like a red flag. I don't know. It just gave me like a weird vibe. So I'm like, okay, I'm no kids. I'm like not married. I'm like single, looking for a relationship essentially. This man tells me that he is married, but it's complicated. Okay, so you're married. To which I said, thank you for your transparency. Like, I'm super glad I didn't go out with him. And then he told me that. I said, thank you for your transparency, and I wish you the best of luck. So this story is to say that, like, just because you, like, open up the door to have a conversation with somebody doesn't mean that it's always going to go the way that you want it to or the way that you think it's going to go. But at the end of the day, you're still opening the door and you're putting yourself out there and you're trying. And there's no harm in trying. Just pray that God gives you guidance and discernment along the way. And if you need a good, quick, high-protein hack, 2 shots of espresso over ice, venti cup from Starbucks, and then this vanilla bean, shake it up together. It's so good.
Slow clap. That was handled, not really with class, but with grace. She handled that very well. I like the way she talks as well. Not really my cup of tea, but the kind of game she's putting out there will work. She's opening the door, and this is what you will have to do to not be single and lonely. She needs to do it again, right? If she does that again with another guy who was searching, he's going to be shocked because she approached him at the gym. A guy's going to be like, oh, what is this? Seriously, especially when you do it at the gym in the right way. If a man is not on his grind, a lot of men are on their grind. They don't want to be bothered. But if you come across the way she's coming across, you may get some attention. A guy's not going to ignore when a woman is talking like she has a sound mind. She seems very understanding. He's going to be shocked and excited that she's opening the door. Now, next guy she does that for, that'll probably be her man. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be a situationship, but at least she's getting somewhere. This is what women need to do. If not, dating in 2025 for most of you is going to be impossible.
There is a reason why men do this.
And what reason would that be?
The reason that men say, I'm staying single, which in other terms basically means I'm also willing to have a string of hookups that mean nothing to get my own needs satisfied.
I just love these type of arguments. They are so much fun.
The reason that they do this is because they are not willing to face themselves.
Oh, is that what they mean? Most men usually aren't known for speaking with double meanings. They usually say exactly what they meant, but do go on.
Any man that says, I'm staying single is because they do not want to be in a situation that is causing them to face parts of themselves that have been denied, that have been repressed, where they are not taking accountability for the way that they show up in relationships. And obviously, if they're not in relationship or opening themselves up to the right person, they're not going to have this mirroring. And so by isolating and saying, this is why men are staying single, it's just basically another way of saying, I don't want to face myself.
Fascinating, but yet it doesn't seem to be based on any sort of logical thinking whatsoever. It rather seems to be coming from an emotional place called the projection section. And that's why I love these sort of arguments, because if we were to, in the spirit of equality, say that women do the exact same things for the exact same reasons, and that's why a lot of women choose to stay single, well then, I imagine there would be a lot of individuals that would be very upset about that, because some individuals do like staying single because it's peaceful and to avoid toxic behavior. Nothing more than that.
Lady J pretty much cleans it up. That's why men are staying single, to avoid the toxic behavior. Now, the next couple of videos I'm going to play, you're going to hear the toxic behavior. These ladies are dealing with toxicity, and you can hear it by in the first couple of words they're saying. And they're all accepting situationships. Now think about it. Who are they accepting situationships from? Is it the everyday man? Now I want you to notice how many of them are doing this. And you'll see, wow, this is really an issue. It is. It's not a good look. It's an issue. And it's something that most men aren't getting involved in. Most men are not involved in situationships. They choose not to be, right? Because they already know these women are being with 5, 6, 7 guys at a time, and they're in the roster. This is why men aren't dating. This is why dating is going to be more impossible in 2025. Men know you have a lineup, and a lot of the lineup that you have, you're screwing.
Real talk.
They're saying, let me stop talking. Let me get into this.
When it comes to dating, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I was married when all of the apps came out, and so now here I am trying to meet people, regular, real people, or date my friends, and it's just not working. It's just not working.
You should have stayed married. When people get out of marriages, I always look down on it because marriage is not meant to be broken. And she's talking about it openly with no shame. This is why everybody's saying bring shame back. And one thing, Kay, hit him one time. Over 27.
Unmarried female, what do you call this lady? 剩女, which means leftover women.
剩女!
Babe, take a deep breath and repeat after me.
That sounds like being single.
I don't care if my phone is as dry as the Sahara Desert. I will not be entertaining no situationships in 2025.
I am a proud single woman.
I will focus on healing, growing, and glowing.
Check the single woman box.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing, right? You look at her and go, oh, she's plain Jane. And she's involved in situationships. Why? Because most of them are. Because when guys that can get any woman, what happens is sometimes they deal with grenades. She's not necessarily a grenade, but she's not anyone's top choice. I'm being realistic. So a guy's going to lay her down. He's going to let a bad one down. Because she is, when he's going through slow times, or when he just wants to have random woman, hollers at her. And she gets involved in situationships. Now, many of them, they take it as it comes. Why? Because she said it. She doesn't care if her phone is dry as a Sahara Desert. her phone is dry, but she still gets men. Is that happening for men? Not really.
Y'all, if the nigga want to, he would. It ain't no if buts about it. He ain't did it because you ain't the one. He don't think you worth it. So all these long-term situationships that y'all got soul ties into, like you just can't, and he acting like he can't leave you alone. It's bull. It's all in your mind. Move on. Just forget about him. Detach yourself from that demon. Trust me. You'll get over him. I promise.
Yeah, man wants that goody goody. He gonna get that goody goody. It doesn't matter. And the reason why you're attached is because ladies get attached when they, fornicate. It's something that should have been known. That's something women, they get attached to more than men. That's why it's not that bad when men do it, but it's horrible when you do it. And you have all these soul ties. So many men. Why? Because sometimes y'all go from situationship to situationship, and some of them will have 3 or 4 situationships at a time. It's wicked out there because they can. Can men? Some men can, but not all.
This is a sign to all my girlies who are still stuck in relationships, hoping that the guy you're seeing is going to wake up one day and decide he wants to date you. That's not going to happen. I recently had a man tell me a guy decides way before they meet a girl that they are ready to be in a relationship. And if they meet a girl before they decide that, they're not going to choose her because they have to decide that on their own away from you. So a guy has to decide that and then meet you. And then he'll know, like, okay, I'm going to do all I can to show her that I'm ready to be in a relationship and that I want to be in a relationship. If you meet him before this time, he's not going to change his mind. If you're stuck in that situationship and it's been past 3 months, he's not going to wake up one day and be like, you're it, babe, let's date. 3 months is your mark. Stop doing girlfriend things for a boy that doesn't want you to be his girlfriend. Don't do wife things for a guy that doesn't see you as his future wife. Leave. Because there's somebody out there waiting that wants to be in a relationship and will show you that. And actions speak louder than words. A boy will tell you everything that you want to hear, and a man will show you all the things that you're missing in your life. So, no more situationships. Choose somebody who chooses you every day. That's all that matters.
That's the right thing to do. It is truly good advice, but are most of you going to follow it? That's one thing. You start out the new year. This is your New Year's resolutions. That's what it is. This is the modern woman New Year's resolution not to be involved with situationships. February hits, March hits, then you know what happens? Summer hits. Ooh, and it gets hot. And they gotta have them hot girl summers. They don't want to. They want to stop it. But comes around that they get the itching and they gotta scratch it. And guess who they call that? That situationship. For some kind of relationship. And not the kind that's long term, but that kind. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. See you next video. So it's coming.